Hello, my Capricorns, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. And yes, I am Debbie. Now, we're reading for March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. I have done an overview, a time for a divine intervention. I think that's pretty fitting right now. Talk about what's going on, do some, cards with that. Also tell you at that time that these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? And we're just going to go jump right in for my Capricorns. And my Capricorns, oh my goodness, there's major shifts around you, major shifts happening. I feel like you actually have more choices than you have had in the past. So that in itself is good. So pray, meditate, connect with higher power before you make whatever decisions you're going to be making, okay? Because you want to make sure that it's the right decision. You want to make sure that it's not because it's because, oh my goodness, change. I just want change. Make sure that it's a divinely guided decision. How's that? Okay, let's see what we have here. Holy Spirit, what do you have for our Capricorns? Everything is reversed. You're the first to have that happen. So let's see what we've got. Strong energies around for you. First card is the Two of Air. Well, these are decisions. This is a decision energy. This is choices. It is crossroads. So choices, crossroads, decisions coming together. Air energy is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and Libra. Talked all about that in the overview. Thought processes, thinking things through, making plans, hearing some news. This is one of those times that it's kind of like you know which way you're supposed to go, but you just don't want to do that. Maybe you are fearful of this. Maybe it's a decision that you have not necessarily been wanting to confront. But this is one of those times that it says that the energies are like, just decide. It doesn't matter if it's, you're either way, things will turn out the way they are supposed to be. But again, I told you, connect with higher power. So this is a divine decision, divinely guided decision. But without making your decision, okay, sometimes not making a decision is a decision in itself, and you can accept that. But this is like, well, do I do this? Do I do that? Or do I do nothing? And those are all decisions. The thing is, until you come to an acceptance of your decision, it just messes with your brain, and you're going to be thinking about it, talking about it. It's going to be taking up rent in it's going to be taking up space in your head without paying the rent. You're just going to be obsessing, and you're going to be just worrying. And then, so, this is like, well, maybe because of my past, I made this decision before, and oh, what if I make the wrong decision? You know what? You're going to have to just make a decision, and then you're just going to have to say, well, you know what? I accept my decision. This is that time, and again, I know I tell my Capricorns this a lot, and it's probably because I know a few Capricorns, but you live too much in that past. You're prone to depression. Live too much in the future, you're prone to anxiety. Just make a decision and just breathe and say, you know what? I did the best I could. I made the best decision I could with the information I have, and I prayed on it, meditated on it. Now, if you're not doing that, I'm going to tell you, that's when whenever I've had to make a hard decision and I've done that, that's when the decision brought me peace. Okay? Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So again, there's a divinely guided decision that you have to make, and you really want, like I said, to pray over it so that it brings you peace. Okay, next card, the Five of Air. So this is the Five of Swords. This was in the beginning energies, in the beginning reading. So 5 is about change, positive, negative. We have that air energy again. So this is just that, what are you basing this decision on? Are you basing it because it's the right thing? Are you basing it because it's wishful thinking? A lot of people like to think intuition and wishful thinking are the same, and sometimes there's a good connection. Sometimes your wishes do, many times wishes do come true. But again, is this because, I just, even though my gut tells me not to do this, I do this because I want to do this or because my ego tells me to do this. So there's something with this, okay? This is also about sneaky snake. Sneaky snake is somebody that you always have to be careful about. They tell you, oh, everything's going to be fine or not to do something, and they're really working more for their own motives. So there's something just kind of, I know, it's not an easy time. It's not an easy decision to make. You're all, again, this is that, your mind is just going through all those choices of what if I make the wrong decision? What if I do this? What if that happens? So again, it's all, a lot of this is in your mind energy here. So an unwise choice, learn what you can from the situation. But this is important. Review everyone's motives. Again, this is about connecting with your higher power, and your higher power will bring you that peace that you're looking for. Your next card, reversed. The Four of Water. So now we have 4. 4 is about stability, organization, leadership. Water is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid, emotional. Pisces, all of those have something going on right now. So Pisces is one of the strong players, but so is Cancer. It's an emotional player, especially with that Mars. So the 4 of Water is about being that in-between stage. It's kind of like, again, because you can't decide, you can't move forward. This is a very stuck energy. This is a very stuck energy, and that 4 of Water is saying you're emotionally stuck. You just have to move. This is a time for you to make that decision. I will tell you, and I know, my Capricorns, I will tell you if you have any Leo started out like this. Not necessarily these cards, but they just were kind of in this, oh my goodness, this is not a good place to be in. But the 4 of Water is that stuck. I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm not ready to go and accept this divine gifting. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Part of the nice thing is, when you understand that the energies are messing with your heads like this, then you can kind of say, oh, when they're messing with my head, then what's going to happen is this will move forward and I will leave this space. Okay, so that's a good energy there too. But there is, again, that thing about the divine guidance. I do get that, and I said that even before we came to this decision. So, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So it's kind of like there's change. You're just not necessarily ready to accept the change. There's divine guidance. Are you ready? It's very, very exhausting energy for you, my Capricorns. But let's see what we've got coming on with the John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards that are just falling out there. Okay, so now we have a 5. This is the one that popped. So we have that 5 again, change, positive or negative change. This is wisdom. This is the Hierophant energy. This is the major arcana. This is one that I sometimes have really good vibes with, sometimes not so good vibes. But this time I'm really being directed to the book. This looks like it's a wise man, a holy man. There is the family that has provision, the family that has shelter, but I'm really being called to the book, and there is the sun that's shining. So 5, Hierophant in itself has a lot of, the Hierophant is I am not a fan of the Hierophant. The Hierophant has rules and regulations that I'm kind of like very stifling, a lot to do with the business of religion, the business of government. And, a lot of that has to do with the 2,000 years of the Pisces, the age of Pisces has been very, just where are we going with any of this? So there's been a lot of, a lot of constriction with the Hierophant energy. But now we've come into this one, and this is wisdom. This is looking for some answers. This is digging deeper, thinking about what is it that I really want to do. I'm not, I got him last time in one of the last readings, not this, not this time, but the March, what is it, 26th to 30th. And he just really kind of made me feel, ugh. I'm not feeling that same one with him. I'm feeling like maybe, again, like I said, divine guidance, divine decision. You need to really connect with that higher power. I am really being pulled to the light of the book. Now, whatever book that is for you, the sun, I feel a lot of wisdom. I do feel looking for and searching for your answers, okay? Search for the answers. Search for the answers, my Capricorns. Things are not the way you think that they're going to be. Again, don't necessarily rely on your own ego or your own self. Rely on that higher power energy. Again, divine energy, divine decisions. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Angels of Abundance. What do you have? What would you like to say to our Capricorns with this? What would you like to say? Okay. Well, that one popped out, and you should have seen it. Power of prayer. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. I love that. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance of God, upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. So it's a divine decision, a divinely guided decision. So whatever this is, don't sweat the small stuff. Really, don't sweat it. Just kind of, I've talked about, the miracle of my trees, and I was like, no, these trees will be removed, and I will not have to pay for them. And I will tell you, I just believed it, and I just knew it. And like I said, I know this prayer, power of prayer is, oh my gosh, just believe that. If not, if you can't, just say, well, I'm just going to believe it because Debbie said. Okay? Okay. So my Capricorns, let's see what we've got here. Let's see. What crystal or energy do we have for our Capricorns? This one fell out. Green jade. Attracting love, balance, dreams come true, purity. I like that. Okay, so I said I was going to do the angel answers, angels answers. So get your question ready. Now, this is more for fun. Don't make any life decisions based upon this, but what do we have? What would you like to say? What's the answers for our Capricorns? What do we have for our Capricorns? What do you want to say? What's the answer for our Capricorns? Okay, pink. Well, I try to say pink gives you kind of vague ones, but it hasn't. So let's see what we've got. Ask your angels. Oh my gosh, there's so much divine connections for you, my Capricorn, this weekend. Don't give up hope at all. Power of prayer, power of miracles. Okay? So if you're feeling a little anxious, if you're feeling a little depressed, if you're feeling like, where am I going to go with any of this? Remember, pray, meditate. That things can happen. There is always hope. There are always miracles. Okay, so my Capricorns, do me a favor, please. This helps my channel. This is one of those small miracles. Please do the like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. If you're following me on Rumble, then Rumble me. As always, though, my Capricorns, please remember that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.